Please rise and welcome the graduating class of 2026. please remain standing to welcome the platform party.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Loyalist College of Applied Arts and Technology's 59th annual Convocation. I am Dr. Amanda Basquill, and as the Senior Vice President, Academic, and Chief Learning Officer, it is my privilege to serve as your MC for today's ceremony. As we open this special occasion, I would like to begin by acknowledging that Loyalist College is built upon the lands governed with the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We affirm and thank the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, and the Huron-Wendat nations for their continued caretaking of the land. We offer respect to Indigenous people from all nations who call this area home. We honor elders and traditional knowledge keepers, past, present, and future. My understanding of this land and the Indigenous people who live here has deepened over time as I continue to learn and unlearn how I see this place and my relationship to it. Part of that has been unlearning the idea that Indigenous peoples belong only to the past and recognizing their ongoing presence, leadership, and contributions today. It has meant rethinking my relationship with the land itself, moving away from seeing land as something to be used or taken, and towards understanding it as something to be cared for, respected, and held in relationship. It has also meant recognizing the ways we come to know and understand the world are not singular. Two-eyed seeing invites us to hold Indigenous ways of knowing alongside other ways of understanding the world and to see more fully because of it. As a community college, and as graduates stepping forward from it, this kind of learning does not end here. It continues in how we listen, how we lead, and how we show up in our work and in our communities. Reconciliation is not something we complete. It's something we practice. It is shaped over time through our choices, our relationships, and our willingness to keep learning and unlearning as we go. As we begin this celebration together, we take this moment to recognize where we are, whose lands we are on, and the responsibilities that come with that awareness. Next in our proceedings is the Ohenda Gary Wadekwa, led by Dr. Dewatahakwa Jennifer Miracle, Executive Director, Indigenous Engagement and Applied Research.
Yeah, we'll go with Dr. Basquill. Sago. Each time we gather together, there are words that come before all else. Today I have the responsibility of putting through those important words, the ones of greetings and thanks. The Ohenda Gary Wadekwa is a Haudenosaunee acknowledgement of respect and thanksgiving to our cosmological family. If you would like to follow along, It can be found starting on page 3 in your program booklet. Ganjokwa, se warahosios gatnigariwesa, se waksa ogun'a. Ne gadi de chidawa nuhurado, ne sungwayat diso, ne wahi rosa anyo, jidahodo de otduwane, ne ohunjade. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne ongwesun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne yoti nistaha, Owanja, Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne gatnigarunyo. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne ganjo sun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne ohunde sun'a, ojija sun'a, dano odera sun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne onukwa sun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne oji nuwa sun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne johekwa. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne gahi sun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne gundirio. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne garunda sun'a, dano oguire sun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne ojidan ogun'a. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne gayeri nigawerage. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne yoti sotogo radiweras. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano de chidawa nuhurado, ne sungwayat jia jokaneka garakwa. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne yoti sota asantaneka garakwa. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano deity nuhurado, ne ojisto garunyo. Atonia dohak ne guatnigoro. Agwego anskan di watwe nuni ne guatnigoro, dano de chidawa nuhurado, ne sungwayat diso. Ona totniore, wagaderi watgwene, doga otano, sungetni goro, izege nee, dano aizoadero, suiohage, eto nigawanage, dano ona eto. It is now my pleasure to introduce our drummer for today's celebration, Jay Lomax from Dakota TP First Nation.
Hey, 'Cause 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 ' 为我这把呢。
Miigwech. In this afternoon's proceedings, we are recognizing graduates of the School of Business and Creative Industries and the School of Health, Human, and Justice Studies. And now I am pleased to introduce Governor Rick Phillips with a special message to our graduates from the Loyalist College Board of Governors.
Thank you, Doctor. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Loyalist College Board of Governors, I'm delighted to welcome you, honored guests, friends, family, faculty, and staff, to this special celebration. And most of all, and most importantly, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to you, our Loyalist College class of 2026. As the 59th graduating class, you join a proud legacy of Loyalist alumni who have gone on to make meaningful contributions to their communities and across the world. Graduates, today marks accumulation of your hard work, your determination, and perseverance. I hope that you take a moment to reflect with pride on everything that you've achieved and the experiences that have shaped your journey. Throughout your time at Loyalist, you've gained knowledge, developed new skills, and discovered strength you may not have known you had. You've been guided and inspired by dedicated faculty and staff who are committed to excellence in education and to your success. Now, as you prepare to take the next step in your journey, know that you do so equipped with the Loyalist College education, an education rooted in hands-on learning, innovation, and community. You are now ready to face the future with confidence, optimism, and purpose. I speak for the entire Board of Governors when I say how incredibly proud we are of all of you. Convocation is a significant milestone, and it is a privilege to share it with you today. Thank you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Governor Phillips. I would now like to welcome Mark Kirkpatrick, President and CEO of Loyalist College, to address the graduates.
Well, hello, bonjour, sego, ani. Welcome, honored graduates, members of the board, distinguished guests, Loyalist faculty and staff, family and friends. It truly is a joy to be with you today as we celebrate the class of 2026. Graduates, today we recognize everything you've achieved to reach this moment. And as you step into what comes next, I want to share a lesson I've learned and keep relearning. Perseverance is not tested when things go well, but when you're unsure whether to keep going. Because one of the hardest things you'll ever face isn't starting something, it's continuing, especially when progress isn't obvious. You're going to encounter this moment more than once. Something important will start to feel heavy, unclear, and uncomfortable. You may not see progress right away, and your brain will immediately offer a simple explanation for the tension. This obviously isn't working. But here's what I've learned. Sometimes that moment you're most tempted to quit is the moment just before something begins to move. I learned this lesson when I was 8 years old, when I was fishing with my mom and my grandpa. The sun was going down, the mosquitoes were bad, and the bats were coming out. It was a time to call it an evening. But my grandpa wanted one more pass of his favorite spot. After a quiet stretch, my fishing line went tight. The rod bent. I felt the tension. And I did as any 8-year-old boy would do under pressure. I froze. I didn't reel. I didn't yell. I just stared at the rod. Nothing exciting seemed to be happening. The rod was simply bending. And whatever was on the other end felt heavy, uncomfortably heavy. My mom glanced over and said, "Looks like you've snagged bottom." And honestly, that sounded pretty reasonable. Nothing much was happening. It just got heavier, and my arms were getting tired. Night was falling. The mosquitoes were now out in force. The bats started flying around the boat. My mom was convinced they were going for her hair. And everything around us seemed to be saying the same thing: let's pack it up. But my grandpa was watching the rod more carefully, and he leaned forward, studying the line for a moment. Then he stood up, rocking the boat, and shouted one word at me: reel. So I started reeling, and it didn't get easier. Whatever was on the other end pulled hard, but I kept reeling. Even though my arms were tired, I was not going to disappoint my grandpa. And then, out of the water, came a 10-pound walleye. Now, for an 8-year-old boy, that's not a fish. That's a legend. And that night, I learned a lesson that has stayed with me ever since. Don't give up on something important simply because you're unsure or suddenly it feels difficult. Pressure has a way of misleading us. It creates doubt and makes ordinary moments feel like warning signs. You might think, that shouldn't be this hard, or maybe it just isn't working, or even, I don't know what I'm doing. But sometimes, the tension you're feeling is actually a signal that something real is happening at the other end. Graduates, the world you're entering runs on uncertainty. Your inbox will fill quickly, your calendar will crowd, and at some point, something you care about, a job, a goal, a project, maybe even a relationship, will start to feel very heavy. And your brain will say, well, clearly, this is broken. But remember that none of the noise, whether it's mosquitoes or bats or your doubts, should distract you from what's happening at the end of the fishing line. My grandpa knew how to cut through the noise and to read the signal. So surround yourself with experienced people you trust, people you can turn to when you're unsure. Because experience just doesn't help you persevere when it's difficult. It also teaches you when to let go. Not every struggle is worth holding on to, and knowing the difference takes time. But remember, progress often looks boring right before it becomes impressive. Fishing teaches you that, and it asks you to be patient and to stay in the moment. Sometimes it feels like nothing's happening, but under the surface, there's movement. So here's my advice as I leave you today. When pressure tells you to quit, pause. Ask yourself a simple question. Am I truly stuck? Or is there something real pulling back? And when someone with experience looks at you and says, keep going, sometimes the smartest thing you can do is listen. So to the class of 2026, congratulations, and may you learn to read the signal, ignore the noise, and never walk away from something important before you know exactly what you're holding. Thank you. I'd now like to invite Sandra Dupre, Senior Vice President, Students, to the podium to introduce our valedictorian.
Good afternoon. It's my honor to introduce our valedictorian for this afternoon's ceremony. Vamsita Reddy Nalamili is graduating today from Loyalist Global Business Management Program. A recipient of the Student Leadership Award, Vamsi has distinguished himself at Loyalist through academic excellence and a strong commitment to supporting his peers. As a two-time class representative, peer tutor, and an active member of Enactus Loyalists, Vamsi has consistently worked to bring people together, advocate for his classmates, and create opportunities for others to succeed. Known for his compassion and willingness to help others, Vamsi has earned the respect of his classmates, faculty, and staff through his leadership and dedication to the college community. Please join me in welcoming Vamsi.
Good afternoon to our president, the chair of the board, and the esteemed members of leadership, families, and my fellow graduates. Welcome and thank you for being here. Standing here today, I won't lie, this feels surreal. Because if someone had told me a couple of years ago back when I was working in India for one of the largest consulting firms with a stable job, a clear path, life more or less figured out, that I would leave all that behind and stand here as valedictorian, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I had a good job, recognition at work, clear plan, and grow, settle down, build a close to life to the people I love. But sometimes growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from taking risk that doesn't make sense to anyone except you. So I chose to start over. New country, new people, new culture, and a completely different version of myself. I still remember my first day here in Canada, walking into Loyalist College. Everything felt new, uncertain, and little overwhelming. But somewhere in the moment, I made a quiet promise to myself that I wouldn't just go through this journey, I would give everything I had and make it count. Today, standing here, I realize how much that one decision shaped everything that followed. Leaving home was not just difficult for me, it was difficult for people who believed in me the most, my parents. For my parents, I have always been looked someone as a stronghold, someone who stays close, and someone who they can rely on. So when I told them I was leaving everything behind and moving to a different country, they didn't ask me to stay. They said, "Don't worry about us. Just take care of your health." Few words, that's all. In those few words, I heard everything. Their love, their trust, their sacrifice. They set aside their own longing to hold this family together so that I could go and build something bigger. Not because it was easy for them, but because they believed in my dreams more than their own fears. That kind of support is something you can never repay. And to the person who walked beside me through every version of this journey, my girlfriend, we have been close to together for like 10 years, and for the past year and a half in the long distance, all the late night calls across time zones, adjusting schedules just to find a moment to connect, never once making me feel like distance was too much. On the nights I doubted myself, you were steady. On the days I wanted to give up, you reminded me why I started. That kind of love doesn't support a dream, it carries it. This moment is yours too. This journey here was not easy. Like many of us, I had to balance classes, part-time, responsibilities, and sometimes self-doubt. There were moments where things didn't go as planned, but through those experiences, we started growing. For me, a big part of growth came from stepping outside the classroom. Through an act as being a class representative, tutoring peers, and capturing moments as a sports photographer. And I learned the importance of showing up, contributing, and growing in ways a classroom alone cannot teach you. And the freedom to make, and looking back now, one thing I truly value about my time here is this. Loyalist College gave me opportunities to try, to fail, and to grow from those failures. And that freedom to make mistakes and still move forward is what truly changed me. But there are two people I must truly acknowledge today, Marissa Dragani and Dean Howley. Marissa has been more than just a professor or program coordinator. She genuinely cares, not just about academics, but about people. Some educators go beyond teaching and truly become a source of support, encouragement, and strength for their students. She has been exactly that for so many of us. For many international students, being thousands of miles away from home can feel overwhelming at times. But Marissa had a way of making students feel welcomed, supported, valued, and she made this place feel less like an institution and more like a home. Dean Howley has been an incredible faculty advisor and my mentor in Enactus. He has a unique way of seeing challenges differently, encouraging creativity, pushing us to think bigger, and guiding us with calm and confidence. His impact on all of us has been truly meaningful. I would also like to thank sincerely Olivia Millard and Christy Latham for their continued support and encouragement throughout this journey. To our professors and faculty, thank you for pushing us and guiding us and believing us, even when we are still figuring things out ourselves. To our families, your sacrifices brought us here. Your support kept us going. This movement belongs to you just as much as it belongs to us. And to my fellow graduates, this achievement is not mine alone. Being named valedictorian is an honor, but it represents every single one of you. Every late night, every shift after class, every moment where you felt like giving up but didn't quit. We all have different stories, but we share one thing: we didn't quit. As we step into the next phase of our lives, the world out there is competitive, uncertain, and constantly changing. But if this journey has taught us anything, that we can handle uncertainty. We already proven that. So just don't chase success. So build something meaningful, create your own path, and not forget the version of yourself who took the first risk, and because that version is the one that brought you here today. And once again, congratulating to the graduating class. We didn't just make it, we earned it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vamsi, for sharing your story with us and for those inspiring words.
Thank you, Vamsi. It's now my privilege to introduce our Convocation speaker for this afternoon, Sherry Meeks. Sherry Meeks is the Deputy Police Chief of the Deputy Chief of Police, Belleville Police Service, bringing nearly 3 decades of experience in progressive leadership roles across the organization. She has served in a wide range of operational and administrative assignments and has continued to serve several provincial and local policing committees. She also has held leadership roles on both the Belleville Police Senior Officers Association and the Ontario Senior Officers Association. Sherry has played a key role in developing and implementing the service's ongoing community mental health and addiction strategy, strengthening partnerships and support for individuals and families across this region. Please join me in welcoming Sherry Meeks to the stage.
Good afternoon, members of the faculty, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Thank you for having me here today. It is truly a privilege to stand before you on this momentous day. It's been just over 30 years to the day since I was sitting where you are now, graduating from the University of Waterloo. I remember a lot about that day, the nerves, the excitement, and the sense that real life was about to begin. But if I'm being honest, one thing I don't remember very well is the speakers. So with that in mind, I promise to keep this brief. Loyalist College uses the phrase, "You belong at Loyalist College," and I love that. For me, it speaks deeply because I know what it's like to fight for my place and for inclusion. Belonging hasn't always been guaranteed, but today we celebrate that we all belong. And that sense of belonging extends even further beyond the campus, to Belleville, to this community, and to its businesses and organizations. You belong here. And no matter where you go next, know this: communities like this one are excited to welcome you with open arms. Graduation is undeniably an important milestone. Wherever life takes you, today marks not just an ending, but a beginning. For some of you, that beginning is already underway with work placements, job offers, and interviews. For others, the path ahead might feel wide open, exciting, scary, empowering. I know these feelings well, not only because I've lived them, but because I've recently watched my own adult children navigate this same moment, graduating, chasing dreams, and also learning that life doesn't always go exactly as planned. And that's okay. I want to share a bit of my own journey to highlight how many turns a career path can take. I grew up not far from here in Roslyn and went to high school in Madoc. I spent 3 months in France as a grade 12 exchange student, and that experience sparked my early dream of becoming a French teacher. I pursued French at the University of Waterloo, but as I explored my studies, my interest began to broaden, and I became drawn to applied studies, sociology, and legal studies. During university and co-op placements, I gained firsthand experience with the justice system. I worked at a young offenders facility in Toronto, served as a probation officer at Jane and Finch in Toronto, and met dedicated police officers. Although no one in my family had ever been a police officer, I found myself drawn to the work and its purpose. During one work placement, a mentor encouraged me to attend Teachers College to expand my opportunities. Combined with my original dream of teaching French, this seemed like a natural next step. I graduated from the University of Waterloo in 1995 with an honors bachelor degree in sociology and legal studies, and soon after began Teachers College. During Teachers College, I began exploring my options in education, yet my interest in policing kept resurfacing, reminding me that my journey was still unfolding. And as life would have it, the path was not linear. I applied to the Belleville Police Service, and what started as a new opportunity quickly became a new passion. In fact, I graduated Teachers College in April and started Police College in May, ready to build a life and a career in the community I call home. That was over 30 years ago. Ironically, over the course of my 3-decade career in policing, I also had the opportunity to teach at Loyalist College, bringing together my love of learning and my commitment to public service. Life is rarely a straight line, and careers aren't either. A graphic designer might become a nurse might become a teacher, and a teacher might end up as a police officer. You can change, you can pivot, you can dream, and you can keep dreaming even when life takes unexpected turns. Whatever path you choose, do what brings you joy. Just remember, it won't always be easy. There will be challenges. As a woman in a traditionally male-dominated profession, I faced my share of them. But perseverance and resilience carry you forward. And I'm proud to say that today, women in policing in Belleville represent one of the highest percentages in Canada, a testament to dedication, mentorship, and the unwavering support of the community. We are living in a unique and unpredictable time. Every day, the news brings stories of hope alongside stories of difficulty or wrongdoing, and none of us knows what's around the corner. That makes it all the more important to be vigilant in pursuing your dreams. Each of you has a vital role to play in creating a functioning, caring society. Never underestimate the impact you can have. And remember that none of our successes happen in isolation. Family, friends, mentors, and support systems matter. I wouldn't be standing here today without mine. My husband, Craig, of 31 years, and my 2 incredible children, Zach and Gabs, and my parents. Though we have each followed our own unique paths, their unwavering support allowed me to pursue mine. Life is also about balance. Don't live only for the milestones. While we often measure life by big events like graduations, careers, weddings, and children, life actually happens in the moments in between. Find happiness in the everyday. Make good choices. Do good things. Be a good person. Your efforts will ripple outward in ways you may never fully see. This is your time to blossom. You are stepping into opportunity and into a world and community that needs you. Remember why you signed up for school. Remember your dreams, and never give up on them, even if they evolve. To the class of 2026, You are moments away from graduating, moments away from beginning the next chapter of your lives, moments away from changing the world for the better. Start this journey with courage, find something you love, find something meaningful, and find ways to make an impact. Take risks, step up to the plate, and make your life a story worth telling. And never, ever give up. Congratulations, class of 2026. Celebrate this moment. You've earned it. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Sherry for joining us on this very special occasion and delivering such a memorable address to the graduating class of 2026. I am pleased to announce that the Board of Governors, by virtue of the authority vested in it, has authorized me to award Sherry the highest tribute of Loyalist College, an honorary diploma in applied arts and technology. This is in recognition of Sherry's contributions to the community safety and its well-being. Loyalist College is privileged to have Sherry address Convocation 2026 and accordingly pays her our highest academic tribute.
Come to the formal part of our ceremony, where the credentials will be presented. President Mark Kirkpatrick, it is my privilege to report to you that these candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for these credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the School of Business and Creative Industries and the School of Health, Human and Justice Studies. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded Ontario College credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Loyalist College, I do hereby confer on the graduates the respective Ontario College credentials with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
President Kirkpatrick, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do.
I am pleased to introduce Karen Baldwin, Dean of the School of Business and Creative Industries and the School of Health, Human and Justice Studies. Please join me in welcoming Dean Baldwin.
Thank you, Dr. Basquil. It is my honor to present graduates of programs from the School of Business and Creative Industries and Health, Human and Justice Studies at Loyalist College. During this part of the proceedings, graduates will proceed across the stage to receive congratulations from the President. Faculty, ready? You guys ready? Here we go. I now present the graduates from Culinary Skills Program. Danny Payan. I now present graduates from the Culinary Management Program. Ahan Almasri. Winston Fernandez. Karamjit Kaur. Paramjit Kaur. Sarabjit Kaur. Tamara McCaw. Shai Miller. Kyle Mitchell. Stephen Mitchell. Ife Lovaposimi Onarinda. Rosie. Savrit Kaur. Michaela Tackaberry. Danielle Telford. I now present graduates from the Dental Office Administration Program. Hannah Angove. Jessica Bassett. Nichelle Colbert. Mary Ellen Curtis. Taylor May. Lily Randall. I now present graduates from the Aesthetics and Spa Management Program. Hajar Al-Khali. Brittany Andrews. Angela Baker. Madison Bedard. Emily Blakely. Rachel Carr. Shutamon Graham. Kira Gilchrist. Bethany Goyen. Yeliana Guerrero Fernandez. Lily Hodkinson. Michaela Lloyd. Natalie Longworth. Michaela Lucas. Jasmine Udak Nwadwa Patrick. Hannah Miracle. Gracie Lynn O'Toole. Paramjeet. Jasmine Carr. Tatum Reed. Gabrielle Salian. Manisha Seshia. Chelsea Smith. Nikita Sood. Kaylee Stewart. Chantal Tessman. Shala Ward. Avery Woods. I now present the graduates from the paralegal program. Jeremy Bowers. Maud Danaher. Alex Halloran. Jasleen Carr. Melinda Johnson. Jasmine Carr. Bonita Asimwe Masika. Karma Miller. Roy Mukisa. Caitlin Pitts. Christopher Robson. Nicole Shabana. Martin Smith Footit. Sumandeep. Virpal Kaur. John Wagner. I now present graduates from the Global Business Management Program. Anita Kumari. Babneet. Latika Gaba. Gagandeep Singh. Mandeep Kaur. Manpreet Kaur. Vismaya Manoj. Manpreet Singh. Vamsadar Reddy Nalamili. Poonam Rani. Preet Singh. Purna. Shabaj Akhtar. Simranjeet Kaur. Harmanpreet Singh. Sukhdeep Singh. Sukhpreet Singh. Maria Cristina Sumalde. Yuvraj Singh. I now present graduates from the Global Project Management Program. Harsha Graval. Anjali Kandal. Jashandeep Kaur. Namni Anthony Invandi. Madasiru Salami. I now present graduates from the Human Resources Management Program. Ayush Vinod Sodani. Vidi. I now present graduates from the Supply Chain Management Global Logistics Program. Nidhi Pralapai Chowdhury. Gabriel Arturo Hernandez Esquivel. Ruth Osai Odiasa. Jashanpreet Kaur. Gurpreet Singh Kelsey. Neha Kaushik. Emily Mealing. Arjun Singh Minhas. Olakuno Musari. Niru. Joshua Omagbemi Ololo. Devkumar Patel. Diksarth Kumal Baldevpai Patel. Savneet Kaur. Sharan Daliwal. Rajat Singh. Alice Shamar Uwoku. Sonu Yadav. I now present graduates from the Artificial Intelligence and Data Science program. Abdul Rahman. Rahul Awale. Bakash Gamire. Aishwarya Hariharan. Kirandeep Kaur. Ramesh Kumar. Thuvarakan Matipalan. Elijah Ojalabi. Sri Soharan Palanasamy Krishnamurti. Kishan Kumar Patel. Rahul Saini. Rodvik Kumar Jaisukpai Suhagia. I now present graduates from the 911 and Public Safety Communications program. Kat Amos. Rebecca Cormier. Gabrielle DeLong. Anastasia Kondowski. Aslin Kuhl. Aiden Murphy. Jesse Plotnikov Alexander. Mackenzie Rees. Marlon Ross. Tom Fletcher. Jamie Routledge. Haley Solomon. Rebecca Stevens. Elon Vayner. Tammy Yotes. I now present graduates from the Customs and Border Services program. Alec Bangma. Blake Brimner. Joy Canelio. Stephanie Falzon. Darian Holder. Aiden Hummel. Haley Labrache. Hannah Peterson. Marcus Plunkett. Trish Wilson. Tabassum Zazi. I now present graduates from the Police Foundations program. Mallory Angeline. Lucas Dodds. Cole East. Maya Gibbons. Keegan Hartwick. Andrew Jarvis. Connor Jinks. Max Cardassis. Haley King. Nolan Lane. Lucas Lovering. Peter Malecki. Rachel Mann. Ty McFarlane. Grayson Musso. Sanjay Nar. Caden Nettleton. Reese Nugent. Atticus Pearson. Holly Perot. Jack Sonnenberg. Malcolm Story. Kobe Toblat. Quinn Trojan. Aaron Turner. Hayden Wattam. I now present graduates from the Protection, Security, and Investigation Program. Ethan Allen. Matt Baragni. Laura Barnhart. Alexis Boudre. Paige Leadbeater. Kaylee Lemaire. Walter Lyon. Tristan Thompson. Georgia Rosner. Emma Shannon. Sophie Thani. Chad Waite. Poonam. Hima Priyanka Chidiboma. Sukenda Reddy Adula. Satnam Singh. Joel Joseph. Nakul Rawal. Rupinder Kaur. Sujata Raju. Shamkar Singh Shahal. Kushpreet Singh. Gurpreet Singh. Navreet. Manmohan Deep Brar. Shoyeb Sattar Kazi. Kamal Bali. Ibrahim Balogan. This concludes the conferring of Ontario College credentials for the School of Business and Creative Industries and Health, Human, and Justice Studies. Graduates, congratulations. You've worked incredibly hard to get here. Members of the audience, this is your cue to make some noise.
Please be seated. I know. As we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates, it's important to note that this is not the end of your Loyalist journey, but the beginning of a new adventure as Loyalist alumni. Graduates, as you cross the stage today, you were presented with a scarf to welcome you to the alumni family. Thank you to our alumni volunteers for helping mark this milestone. And now please turn your attention to the screen for a special message to welcome you to the Loyalist College alumni community.
You did it! You finished the assignments, wrote the tests, and survived the group projects. And now your journey as a Loyalist alumni begins. Congratulations! Today, you join a network of over 67,000 Loyalist graduates. You'll meet them around the world.
Hey everyone, big congratulations on graduating and everything you have achieved. I'm Jatin, Loyalist College class of 2024, Advanced Filmmaking. I'm currently in Chandigarh, India, looking after my content creation business, but the Loyalist spirit stays with you everywhere. I'm proud of you all. Keep showing up, keep pushing forward. Welcome to the alumni. This is just the beginning.
With an adventuring spirit that leads them everywhere, from a cave in Iceland to Machu Picchu, Peru, to Rome, and the bottom of a barrel in France. You'll meet them across the country.
Congratulations from Victoria, BC, Jim Harrington, class of 68. I had a lifetime of exploration from the tops of the mountains to the bottoms of the oceans, out to Jupiter and everything in between. I wish your future undertakings are even greater than mine.
Living in every province and territory.
Hey everyone, I am Corey Chambers. I graduated in 2008 from New Media Design and Animation at Loyalist College, and I just wanted to say congratulations to everyone and welcome to the alumni.
You'll meet them close to home.
Congratulations, graduate. My name is Sabrina. I'm currently in Belleville, Canada. I took animation and game development program and graduated the year 2025. Luckily, I took part in some film festival this year, and it was a good reminder and rewarding experience to be part of such a passionate and creative community, come together and share inspiring stories. And I hope that you guys will be able to experience and enjoy the same.
In your workplace, on your morning coffee run, at your local Chamber of Commerce, or on your radio while driving to work. Hey, that's me. Stay connected to your college and each other. Volunteer to speak to a class, organize a reunion, or mentor a student placement who is following in your footsteps. Loyalist is now part of your origin story.
Loyalist College has been a huge part of my story. Whenever you take a program, it gives you the foundation of what you are to build. It prepared me in many ways with being accountable, with being organized, with being resourceful. My name is Mike Shorman. I am a motivational speaker, author, athlete, and mental health advocate. Small gave me the power to do big things.
What's your big thing? Welcome to the alumni.
As we bring today's ceremony to a close, I want to extend my sincere congratulations to the class of 2026. Today is a moment to pause and recognize what you have accomplished. It is also a moment that sits between what has been and what comes next. When you arrived at Loyalist, you came with hopes, questions, and a sense of possibility. Over time, that has been shaped by challenges and the effort you have put in to achieve your goals. There were moments that required you to adjust your expectations, to try again, and to keep going even when things felt uncertain. During your time here, you've gained knowledge and skills within your programs. You've also developed ways of thinking and working that extend beyond the classroom, learning how to approach problems, listen to different perspectives, and contribute meaningfully within a team and a workplace. That is what will guide you forward. I would like to extend my thanks to the friends and families who are gathered here today, watching from home and with us in spirit. Your support, encouragement, and belief has shaped this journey in ways that may not always be seen, but are deeply felt. I would also like to extend thanks to the Board of Governors, honored guests, faculty, staff, and the Platform Party for their contributions to today's ceremony and to the experiences that have brought our graduates to this moment. Once the ceremony has ended, the Piper will lead the Platform Party and graduates outside, where the graduates will be asked to gather for a group photo. At that time, our guests are invited to make their way outside to the gardens next to the main entrance, where they can join the graduates, faculty, and staff for a reception. Congratulations once again, class of 2026. We are proud of all you have accomplished, and we look forward to celebrating what comes next, whether you continue your education, begin your career, or explore new directions. To close Loyalist College's 59th annual Convocation ceremony, I invite you to stand if you are able for the singing of O Canada. Please remain standing following the anthem as the Pipers lead the academic progression and graduates out of the auditorium.
you.